Alright guys, I'm back and I'm going to do a quick review of the new Clarence video. People have sent it to me, 185 snatch, 230 clean, not sure what he clean and jerks. I've done this once before and people really liked it. There are gatekeepers in this sport who will say that Clarence is a weightlifter. I've got no time for that, it's just semantics. I still kind of, if there's anyone out there who's willing to walk up to Clarence and say with their 120 snatch, 140 clean and jerk that he's not a weightlifter with a 190 snatch and a 230 clean and jerk, then fair play to them, but I'm not about to do that. So I've been sent this video. It's from Romania. Let's take a look. Okay, so actually just like the last video, Clarence is starting with the clean and jerk, which is something I could never do. Jumping up to 120 here. Also, for those of you who are wondering like who I am and why I'm doing this, because Clarence brings in a lot of new people. I've been weightlifting since 2013. Well, last couple of years I've not done so much, but started weightlifting 2013. So I've been following Clarence since he was like a 120 snatcher, lifting the same sort of numbers that I managed to get to. So that's where I'm coming at this from. 140. I have to say, so I really like Clarence. I have liked his technique less over the years, actually. I feel like he used to finish a little bit nicer, particularly in the clean. I still like his snatching. I feel like in the clean it's all intentional, and the way that he lifts is certainly much better than the way I lift. But he intentionally doesn't pull as high as possible on all of the lifts. Not that you should do that, but it's almost like he intentionally doesn't pull as straight as possible after the hip, and he just hits the bar and gets this tight little loop. You can actually see it in a little review video that he once did with some European guy who was analysing his technique. It was quite interesting to see just how much horizontal displacement after contact there was on him on the clean compared to Owen or no sleeves, no belt. He's never loved the jerk, has he? He's good at he's hit the 225, but he's never loved it. Alright, let's check in the cheeky Owen there because, he's my boy. Okay, so he's just taking 20 kilo jumps here. 180, 200. This is about 88% of his best clean and jerk, but it's about, what, 86% of his best clean. See, that jerk was way better than the 80. Can we just do that again? Look at this balance when he lands. There you go, frame by frame. There. Like, there is so much more better weight distribution between his front and back foot there. It's still obviously predominant in the front foot, as it's kind of supposed to. Some coaches say 50-50, others 60-40, but in that 180 he had so much more weight there. This is way nicer. He could just pause there, hang out there all day, a la Okulov 2015. Here's our boy Fitz. That's actually not bad. The number of times I've been pinned on a 150 clean is appalling, so anyone who does clean 150 I'm impressed with. Here's 220, another huge jump. So this is now, what, 5 kilos under his best. Also, just to compare to see how this is like compared to the best in the world. Obviously the 96 kilo category is more competitive than the 102. I think Clarence weighs around 100 kilos, so he'd be in neither of them. Could probably cut down to 96. World records in the 96 of 186 by Saurabh Maradi and 231 by Tian Tao, 416 total. So he's going to snatch the 185. If he clean and jerks this, that's 405. So it's still some 11 kilos off the world record, but we're talking about a guy who is self-coached. I know that he's admitted to PED use. I didn't need him to tell me that to know that. But when we're talking about a lot of these world record holders, we all know that they are involved in that kind of practice too. So it's kind of irrelevant because they had to do it on the platform. They had to go through the testing procedures and all these sorts of things. But even so, it is kind of interesting just to compare. The winning total at the 2019 World Champs in the 102s was Evgeny Tsikantsev from Belarus. He did a 398. So if Clarence makes this jerk, that puts him like 7 kilos over that winning total. All caveats, you know what they are. Here's the 220. And this is actually a weight that there aren't many 96s in the world who can do. Maybe 3 right now. Okay, he just cleaned it. Okay. And I'm going to go back and just watch that 220 again. See, Clarence's cleans get nicer as the weight goes up because that horizontal displacement away from that sort of center of mass line gets minimized and minimized. If you see him clean 60 from the side, the bar path is like up, out, and back in. Once we're at these sorts of weights, wait, we're at 230. Hold on. This is 2 kilo. There's no world record yet set in this 102 category, but this is, I think, is a kilo under the world standard, and it's a kilo under the 96 kilo world record. The strength to get up from that, and that's where you see, and you know, Clarence is amazing, but you see that horizontal displacement of the barbell at that max weight. Though it's minimal, the smallest amount is enough to potentially rock you back onto the heels, as it did there. Clarence is a freak enough to be able to get up with it, so it doesn't matter. It's odd though, because the pull actually looked pretty perfect. I kind of want to go through that slower. So this is a nice position here. Obviously, any single image without any context of what happened before and after is almost irrelevant. Huge extension, extends fully throughout the hips and pretty much the knees. That's about maximum height on the bar, which is very impressive. Quick with the elbows through. Meets the bar pretty smoothly. There's maybe an inch of crash, but that is very, very normal. So it's right here. He looks very nicely balanced, and then as he takes the impact and the whip of the bar, it just pushes his knees and hips back a touch. Okay, so the elbows drop, that's what it is. You get a bit of elbow drop. Do you see there as well? The knees there. They're forward. As the elbows drop, knees come back and back again, and probably back again. Yeah, and again, and again, and again. Elbow touch. This is actually a really crazy lift. But then he's able to, you know, rock back here and come up because he's unreal. Some light hang muscles. Very Tarocti. I would like to see Clarence go heavy on a muscle snatch, see what he can do. Because he's, you know, as strong as he is in the squat, a lot of that is because he's got such strong sort of posterior muscles, like his hip extension muscles are fantastically strong, which is why he pushes the knees back and sort of drops the chest ever so slightly in the squat. Quads are obviously freaky, you can just see that looking at them there. But in the muscle snatch, where there's so much of a pull element, I would love to see what he's able to get up to. 120-ish maybe. Big jumps, 140, 160. I think this is the most he said he basically snatched when he was clean, was 160. Then everything beyond that is a mixture of further training and adaptation that he would have found eventually, and then obviously some enhancement. There's 170, that was a nice lift. Here's 180, this is enormous. This would have won in Rio. Not that they do medals. In the individual lift, wow. No, that's gone, that's gone. Let's go again. That is crazy. Could he have just gotten up there? No, he couldn't have. That, he was fighting the whole time. There is so much work being done just to remain stationary. You know, sometimes these isometric holds require a lot of force production. Okay, here we go, 185. That's way nicer. Little bounce in the bottom just to stabilize. That's a tremendous lift. Let's go one more. Amazing. I didn't realize that we could slow it down on YouTube, so here we go. Quarter speed. So hips down, finds tension right there. There was no jump back on that lift like on some previous ones. And that position is wonderful. It is slightly forward. I think his heels jump off here. Yeah, just to maintain it. And then he's up. Owen celebrates. Clarence roars. Red hoodie man stares. Alright, there we go. That's absolutely everything from this video. If you didn't like the fact that I did this, please leave a comment down below expressing your annoyance, because it really helps the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you subscribe and like for more, and I'll catch you on another video.